Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to another edition of Planet Zoo. Today, we're going to be constructing more of our North American addition to our zoo here. We'll probably be adding some timber wolves, cougars, beavers. That's on the plate today. On addition to what we had just recently completed, which was our bison exhibit here. People are loving it. Let's unpause that real quick so they can view our beautiful bison next to our beautiful, wonderful Eurasian lynx over here, which I guess is technically not North America, but hey, who's to say? Lynx are America, so next to our moose. So I think we're going to be adding, like I said, timber wolves, cougars, not to be confused with, other kind of cougars, beavers, those kind of animals here. So let's go ahead and get into it already. We're also going to be trying some different kind. I've been doing some research, like Mythbusters, like trying to get the information, and so we're going to try some different habitat layouts that I've looked into. So yet again, I'm still not a professional at this, so take notes when notes are needed, but let's just see what we can create here. I think this one I wanted to start out with probably be our probably cougar. I mean, I'd imagine the cougars probably don't need that crazy of a space here. We could have them. Oh, hang on, can't find accessible staff space. That's not good. So our cougar is going to have to momentarily wait as we look for a place to put down a staff room, because we don't want our staff falling behind on that, because if they do not get to rest, then they can't do their job, just like you on an average Monday. There we go. All right, back where I was going. Let's go to animal trading here. Find us a nice cougar. Yet again, the animal variety. Let's see here. Let's look at the cougars available. Oh my gosh, that's a meme waiting to happen. Not gonna get that one. This is pretty cool. Do not have enough to afford that cougar. Longevity's not great. Fertility's good. What about this one? You know what? We're gonna make these purchases here. There's gonna be our pair of cougars, Cougar Bly and Winnemucca. Definitely butchered that, but honestly, I hope this is enough space for them. Let me throw a gate right here. It very well might not be, but if not, we'll move them to a separate habitat. Well, let's go ahead and drop them in here. Actually, before I do that, let's make this bigger. Let me select all of it real quick, because that's the last thing I need is the cougars going and chasing the bison over here, or the lovely people here trying to enjoy their average Tuesday. So, no, not a rock. Ah. Whoa, what was that? That's actually pretty cool. Not gonna put that down now. Stay focused. Alright. Let's see here. I need to put down our money makers, not to be shaken or stirred. Throw down some money makers here. I need to, while they're bringing our wonderful cougars into their new habitat, let's throw down some foliage here. At least it makes me feel a little better about it. I do not know if the guests read it as a line of sight, because I do know if they see this, they get a little like, oh, what is this? That's something I really need to come through here. I don't think y'all want to see me just, flourish this out, but I could be wrong. Put in the comments here if you want to see me come through here and hedgeify, if that is a word, some of the zoo, like the little behind the scenes, like these little things right here. They add a lot to me, but I'm not perfect. I've seen so many people zoos and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy cool. So none of that's happening today, but we got our beautiful mountain lions, or cougars, or pumas, however you want to say it. Also, it is that time of day. Fun fact, Cougars have large paws and largest hind legs of any feline species relative to their body size. Also, this is one I didn't know. Cougars cannot roar. They do make sounds comparable to those of domestic cats. They make like a really high-pitched screech. All right, so let's go ahead and go and get them. Let me see here. We go ahead and get them. You ever have just like a moment of losing your thought? You know, that was just me. All right, so give them a little soil here to replicate. Like, you know, these usually up in the higher altitudes, or is it altitudes? Elevations is the word I'm looking for. Habitat, hard shelter, coop is not what they need. That is definitely not what they need. I like basic structures. I'm really basic. There we go. We'll do a medium bedding. There we go. We'll do a bedding right here in the corner. So if people want to watch them lay down, let's go over here. They need some plants from North America. I guess technically South America counts, but you know, they would be called pumas down there. Let's see, foliage type, no. Theme, no. Continent biome, there we go. Temperate. I don't like that. Let's throw some little grass patches down here. Yeah. Oh, look, he's running around. All right, patch. Throw some grasses there. You know, I really need to start putting grass on here because I don't like just the full metal, you know, aesthetic like you see in regular, like, standard zoos in real life. Like, you see them try to emulate not just a fabricated metal building. So common ash would be good. There we go. Realistically, they could climb these trees and get the flip out of here, but I'm not as worried about them doing that. What is this? Saltworm. Is that what that is? Sure. Throw some around the tree. Give some. There's some little flowers down in here. No. Do need those for decoration. Those will be nice. Where's an aspen? That's what I want. I want a nice yellow aspen. You know, random trees. Let's see. I know they're in here. You know what they're... I guarantee you they're under the taiga. Yeah. I don't care what anybody says. I love a good aspen. I mean, this is going to replicate them, you know, in Utah, Colorado, those kind of different... Oh my goodness, this tree is drunk. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. We've got an undrunk tree. It's been drinking all the tree sap. There we go. Nice little aspen forest. What I was saying was, realistically, these cougars could climb these trees and be 1-800 out this mug. They'd be over here eating the bison, and the kids, the parents ain't supervising. Like, it'd be over. Straight over. There we go. I think that's probably enough. Let's go check on them from the local level. Yeah, that's pretty good. They do need some enrichment. So we're going to give them a piñata. A little pronghorn. That'll make them feel like they can do that. Water trough. We'll do it over here close to the door so the zookeepers, efficiency-wise, are, you know, spending their time efficiently. Okay, or not. You know, water pipe. There we go. Oh my gosh. There we go. We need a food bowl or a food tray. And we will put that over here. JK. We will put that right there. So that way, have a nice view of that. We'll also do a scented bag right there. And then I like the rotation feeder. It's pretty cool because they have to jump at it. So I like all those. The scratching post is another one that we'll throw down. There we go. They should be abundantly happy now. All right, let's take a look. Terrain's good. Plants are good. Enrichment's good. Yeah, we're good. We're all good there. So, all right, and our bison are repopulating. Whichever ones are not, see, they're having offspring. So, I like these. I need to really kind of switch up some of my habitat, like not displays, but designs. So I think we're going to do that here. So our cougars are good, you know, none that we picked up anywhere. But these cougars are good. They have a stable household, they're not midlife crisis. All right, that should be the last of the cougar jokes for tonight or day, whichever time it is for you. So let's take animal market. We'll take cougar off. I went ahead and put it in some of our, like, how would I say it? North American animals that we're going to be looking at. How about this? I probably need a larger area for these. Let's do that. We're going to do good old-fashioned University of Florida Gators. I think they'll be nice there, right here in the middle. But I have a special plan here. And again, like I said, I'm not a professional at this, so bear with me. I really do love this game. If you don't know, Planet Zoo 2 is slated, keyword slated, for 2026 at some point this year. I'm very excited for that. I'll be looking forward to playing that here pretty soon. If you're liking the content, thank you so much. I'd really love if you could subscribe. I'm not gonna sit here and beg you for it, but at the same time, it mean a lot for me. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on the zoo, thoughts on animals put in here, thoughts what we can do. This is something I would like to have some community feedback. But generically, I would like to know if there's any other games that you suggest. I'm thinking about playing some City Skylines here pretty soon. I'm a big Paradox fan as a publisher, and so they've made some really good games over the years. So what my plan is here, this is gonna be very different than anything I've ever done. So let me see how that actually turns out. So we're gonna go up, which is you. Actually, you know what? This was the thing that it's gonna be very different, very, very different compared to I've ever done. So and this might not actually be a great idea. I plan on having it where, let's do this. Hang on, you'll see. I really want to have, oh, mother of pearl. Okay, there we go. Come on now. Help me help you. I really want to have it where, okay, this is going to drive me insane. There we go. There we go. So, let me save this in case this goes really bad. So the ideal is going to be that, I don't think this is going to work. Ugh. Okay, habitat, guest gate. Oh, mother. guess gate. Let me see. So the ideal here, as I've tried to figure this out. Okay, none of this is working. Okay. So the ideal, we're just gonna, you know what? We'll come back to it. So what I want to do is we will do this. So what I was planning to do is have it to where they could walk in the habitat. Oh my gosh. Falling apart here, Jeff. You're falling apart. But that's obviously not going to work here, which is okay. But I want them to be able to see everything that's going on here. Terrain, lower. So like what we're going to do here, like I said earlier, we're going to do our American alligators. So I want this to be as safe as possible. But I want it to be where, you know, they can get a really nice view of it. But I don't know how I'm going to do that with this. So let's try. And then, oh, okay, there we go. Maybe we can do something like this. Actually, what am I doing? Let's see. Bear with me, folks. This is going to be worth it. At least that's what I'm telling myself. There we go. Not the most pleasing on the eyes, but what I will do is I'll come in here and put some bushes there, like some cattails, and you won't ever notice it. But I've got to make sure that these alligators do not get out, because that would be not good for me or the zoo. Could you imagine if that happened in real life? Oh, what am I saying? It's definitely happened in real life. All right. Let's do barriers. There we go. Still mesh. There we go. Come on now. Get jiggy with it. Come on. There we go. All right. Now, let's go get our alligators. There we go. Boom. Hang on. Reset. American alligators. I'm going to actually have to read this because if I remember right, so you can have up to 1 male and 5 females. So then any that are born will get sent back to nature, you know, to the wild, conservation wise. So we really want to make sure we have a really good male, but I don't know if I want to use those conservation points on Jason. He's young. He's going to live a long time. He's got really good stats. You know what? I think it's worth it. And some people are going to tell me that's definitely not worth it for an alligator, but you know what? It's okay. Because they're going to live, I mean, Bobley. You know what? Charlotte's a good name. We'll start with these two. And then we'll try to come back and see about getting some more here. So, boom, we'll throw these in here. We're going to definitely have to add some water for our new alligators. Yeah, that's more what I was looking for. See, I want to go down in here, but I don't want them to get out. I'm even probably going to lower this a hair more. Yeah, there we go. I really want the viewpoint to be quite a bit. Oh, look, our cougars are about to have an offspring. Good for them. So we'll go in here. What is it going to be under? Biome. Probably aquatic. That's the word I'm looking for. You can do it, Jeff. We'll do some mangroves in here. Be like this. Try to cover up some of that. Some of these human aspects here. Well, I don't want the tree going through the bridge. That's not realistic. Okay, let's do this. Let's put these right here at the entrance. I'll throw some cattails down. We'll throw... is there a smaller cypress? Yeah, let's do medium cypress. We'll throw one right there. Cattails here. Here we go. Ooh, no. There we go. Oh, come on now. I'm going to have to do some tomfoolery. Let me spin that. Spin you right round, right round. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, that's not working. Just do that. I'm gonna have to pick a different one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, a little Reese coming over. That's okay. That's immersion. Builds character. In the water. Can I get underneath the bridge? I don't want any. Why do you have to trifle me? Okay, a little bit lower. Okay, now where do they go? Alright, here we go. It's pretty good. There's Jason, our top of the line alligator. We'll go in here, habitat. We'll do extra large so they can sunbathe over here in peace. Boom. I'll do another one right here. And then they don't need a shelter from what I remember, but I do know they need like a scent bag, which I'll put right here. And then they do need a food tray. Oh, great. I have an issue. Now we have infighting, which is not good. So we'll click here. We've got these issues, which is our prize jaguars from the previous episode here. They had a daughter who is fighting with her mother. So we're going to have to unfortunately send her back to, not back, but send her to the wild for conservation, which give us 362 conservation points, which basically offweighs what we got out of Jason, our alligator. So kind of broke even there. Okay, nutrition. What is wrong with... Oh, this is our right. This is the son of Maple and Verdant. Man, what do I do here? I'm not getting rid of Maple, but I don't want them to get a little funky. Nice way to put it. But I wonder which one's bigger. Let's see here. Well, it's about the same. That father like son. They also have another sibling. It's a female, Letitia. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to unfortunately send right here. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to unfortunately send right to nature. You know, nothing wrong with that. It's just, you know, they start to infight. There's ways to get around that, but at this time, I feel like we just have to do that. We got a little baby cougar here. What's their name? Ona. I'm really butchering the crap out of these names. Let's check in with our alligators. I think this is going to be almost a good point to kind of stop today. We've made our cougar habitat. Rawr. Then we've got our alligator habitat. Let me see. No. Oh, okay. So this is a little jetty they can swim on. That's pretty cool. They can sunbathe there. We'll throw a little underwater fish eater. A restraint feeder. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's put it over here so we can get a view for these people. And then let me see here. Let me put another habitat gate. Okay, can't do that. Just gonna have to hope that they can get over there, which I don't think they're going to be able to. So let me go ahead and take this and put this right here. And then let me check on them. They need some more soil. Let's see, we'll do some light soil. Do around the water because they've been coming up and down, probably rubbing off the grass. All right, good there, good there. They need some more enrichment. What about? We'll just do a large ball. There we go. We need another one. About a rubbing pad. There we go. Rub up against one another. There you go. There we go. Release to the wild. Got some extra money back. Let's see. Like coming in here and asking the tourists, like you can see, like kind of their viewpoints, seeing what they are seeing. Okay. Which I need them to come through here. Don't know why nobody. Well, our mechanics walking through there, so surely at some point we'll have some guests come through here. We do have such wonderful exhibits, so I mean they'll mosey their way on over here sooner or later. I mean, we've really built this out. So this will be our North America sector here. I think we'll do more South American stuff here, and then we'll go from there. But you know, like I said, leave it in the comments. You know, suggestions, kind of animals you want to see next. I think we're gonna put some beavers or wolves here, maybe a bear. One another North American section here. You know, but people are starting to pile in here at our gator exhibit, so that's a good sign. Let me go ahead and drop down these little money buckets because this isn't for free. So, you know, we gotta pay the zookeepers here, people. Hey, come on now. The show's not free. There we go. So I will have to look into this why they are not going through here. But yeah. I think this is a good place to wrap up. Like I said, we got our gators, our cougars are done. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you for making it in the video. Appreciate all y'all watch time and such. And yeah, have a good night. Thank y'all. Hey, thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, it helps our channel grow and it's greatly appreciated. Thank you.